Yes.
Front row.
Coach, Antonio had his 6th straight game with 20 points. He now is tied with Jamal Murray for the most points per game in a season under you. Just how much is his game elevated, and kind of how does he stack up against those other elite scorers you've had?
Great layup shooter. Mid-range game, as good as anybody in the country, and he's shooting 50% from the 3. What's he do from the foul line? I think he's missed 1 in the last 10 games. Every other one he's made. But for us, he's also rebounding, he's defending better. Look, he gained weight, so now he's a different player. He also has lived in the gym. So when he misses, he is stunned. Stunned. Because he's shooting 5,000 shots every 2 weeks or more, 8,000, whatever it is. I mean, the guy is putting up shots. And sometimes you just got to show up every day. Show up every day. Even if you're not the best, at your best, you show up, and he does. But I'll tell you, Robert, again, he just did stuff that separates the team. He and Z together, I wanted those two in. When he got his 3rd foul, I let the thing go a little bit because I looked at him and I said, we'll be fine. Put him back in and he makes play, ball game. DJ made 3s. He's back to shooting over 40% from the 3. Trey is where DJ was 10 days ago, 2 weeks ago. You take off that kind of time, it's going to affect you offensively. It's going to affect your motor. You're going to be a little bit behind the action. But he came up with a big rebound. He made a basket near the goal, which we needed. So he'll be fine. By the way, Adu stuck him in the game. He's the one that rebounded an offensive rebounder for us. Justin made the shots that we needed in the second half to create some space, but give Vanderbilt credit. They played good. They played good.
Cal, you mentioned just about the entire team there. Is it, I know you like to shorten the rotation once tournament time comes. Is that possible with this team, or is it just going to be a gut thing? I
don't think so. Because Z wasn't at his best today. And then Aaron got pushed around, so we had to go with Ugo. But we needed offense at the end to separate, so you go back with Z. We can also play Justin at 4. We've been good with Justin at 4, which we were again today. So some of it is the feel of the game. Yeah, we're different. And I say it again, we've got enough guys that we have room for error. Somebody fouls, somebody's just not playing well. Okay, just be ready for the next game. And we'll finish this without you, and don't worry about it. We're all good. So, but it was, you know, we out-rebounded him, 27 assists. I mean, we're doing, got to get Reed at late game stuff. Even, how about the pass he threw to Antonio? Why would you do that? Well, I thought you can't do those kind of things late. Now, Mississippi State, he made that shot, but what about the pass he threw? He's better than that. And I told him, you can't take as many chances those last 4 or 5 minutes. Just play solid, and he can do that. And then, the way he's shooting the ball, you got to guard him. Spaces the court, we get to the rim. Yes.
Cal, we know how dangerous Rob can be in isolation, but we kind of saw at the end of that game him facilitating guys like Z. How dangerous is he also kind of as a play creator for people around him?
If he's choosing to play that way, he's as good as there is in the country. Really is. If he chooses to play that way. Sometimes he's not choosing to pass, and I'm going to try to score this. Today, he took one bad shot. He knew it. But I give him one play a half that way, and I don't say much. But if it goes to 2 or 3, you're out. Because we respect the fact that we're giving you the ball and letting you go. Just make easy plays. Shoot the ball. There was a play that I told him, I said, we're snapping it. He kept it and did his step back and just threw one. Now, he was hoping it went in so he could say, okay, but it didn't. So he looked at me, my fault. No kidding, it's your fault. But it's 1.5. That's fine. What he's doing by us letting him go a little bit, it's demoralizing if you're on that other side. make 3 threes in a row, make 2 layups, 2 passes for dunks. He's good. I told him today, the greatest thing about him, and I said for him, what I was saying to him, if I take you out, you don't have to say anything. The whole building's mad at me. So you're fine. They're mad. Why is he taking him out? I said, that's why he started laughing. I said, you don't have to get mad, or they're mad at me. Just be ready to go back in and play.
Daryl, second row on the right.
I know Reed has some work to do late game situation, but I'm curious, when you're talking him on and off the court, does he think like a player or does he think like a coach?
He's got a coach's mentality. Like, he'll come to me with stuff about different players, or, you know, and he's the greatest in that. Just give it to Robert, we'll get away from him. Like, think about that. Like, people are talking about Reed too, and he's willing, yeah, let him do his thing, I'm fine. So, great teammate, terrific player, unbelievable feel and reactions, except you got to recognize with 3-4 minutes to go, it's not early in the second half where you can go try some stuff. But he'll be better. I just said to him, I didn't raise my voice. I said, you're better than what you're playing at the end of games. You're turning it over, you're leaving 3-point shooters, you're doing stuff. You're too good. You're too good a player. But I'm saying this, I love coaching him because he's an unbelievable teammate, and the guys know they can count on him.
Line, second row on the left.
Cal, there was that stretch for about a month where DJ in games missed 15 straight threes, and that
Yeah,
last.
until he was out 2.5 weeks and did not touch a basketball. You would miss 40 in a row.
I would miss way more than that.
Yes, you would.
Because I'm not
And
doing that.
layups. You'd shoot air ball and layup.
Yeah. But regardless.
You didn't even have to take time off to do that.
Oh, no.
I know. Go ahead.
Anyway, I have to say that he's made 9 of his last 14 over these last 3 games. So just how much more dangerous does that make him and unlock even more parts of this game?
Well, I told him the whole time that, look, I believe in you and it's going to take time. You took 2.5 weeks off, didn't touch a basketball. The thing that goes, his energy, his toughness, none of his defense, none of that went. It was, couldn't make a shot. And so now, like you just said, he's like 50% or better from the 3 when he was 0 for whatever. Look, his whole life, he has been chased. People have tried to make a name at his expense. He knows how to deal with it, folks. If you are chasing your whole life and you come to Kentucky and now they're chasing you, you may not respond the same way. These guys have all been chased their whole careers. They were chased. So they know how to deal with it. They're just, the problem is they're 19 and the guy they're going against is 24, 23. That becomes a little bit of an issue.
Last one back right.
Cal, just big picture for these guys, how beneficial just has this month been before getting ready for Knoxville and then the SEC tournament, just having just this string of games where they've been playing and clicking like this?
Well, what we did learn is we had some trap games in there that we didn't respond. You know how worried I was about the Arkansas game. I hate to tell you, I was worried about this game too. If you were at our shoot-around, you would know. It wasn't mean or nasty, but I was on it because I needed them to be on it, because I knew Vandy would come out and play well, like every team we play, and that we were going to have to play well over 40 minutes and we could get them. But you're not going to play bad. We'd have been down 12, 15 at half. I mean, we made some shots to go up 5. So, you know, it's just, you want them to learn about trap games. And every game this team plays, they're the youngest team in the country. Every game they play, it's another experience they get to see. When you're playing against 23 and 24-year-olds, they've been through all these experiences. These kids have not. Vandy came out and tried to throw some zone at us. They did some different things. I thought we responded. So